Recording in progress.
What it do, what it do, what it do. It is your boy, Andrew Schultz, aka Mr. E.D. Juices, and who am I with? As always, Joseph Huggie, aka Old Man Huggie. Talk shit or get off the pod. Episode 204.
Jesus.
Stolen ships. Bad trips. Welcome, motherfucker.
How are you doing, dude? What's up, man? You look very sophisticated. You look like you're gonna maybe sell me an iPhone or read me some slam poetry or assassinate me. I'm not really sure if that shirt's crushing it.
It's my Michael Fassbender look right here. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
for sure.
Am I 16 or am I 6? I mean, am I 16? What's that? Is Michael Fassbender British?
Sounds British. Should be. If it's not, we'll just say he is. I think
Is he the one? Is he the one in Black Bag?
Yes.
I just watched that last night.
All the good actors right now are actually from Australia. Australia crushes it.
Why? Because they have the Evans.
Like Bradley. What is it? Not Bradley. What's his name? The girl who plays Shiv from.
Oh well, the actress is for sure.
Actresses. There's some good guy actors out there too. They're just like low key. What's his name?
Shout out Margot Robbie. Keith Urban.
Yeah. Or Carl Urban.
He's a country singer.
No, there's Carl. He's in The Boys.
But he is from Australia or New Zealand, one of the other.
He's in Judge Dredd. He's Australian. I'm telling you, his last name's Urban.
Hey, shout out Australia, top 5 listener.
Yeah, see? So give him a little respect, dude. Shout out. See? I'm all for it. Yeah, that's Carl Urban. He's Australian.
I wonder if he's Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman.
They're related.
Like their kid or something, maybe.
No, he's pretty old. So he's an older dude. So he could be a second cousin. Could be a Trump thing, an Australian.
I don't know. Maybe
Trump
Urban's
thing.
a common name in Australia.
That'd be tight.
If Urban was the Smith of Australia.
Yeah, just a bunch of
I think Smith is the Smith of Australia.
A bunch of white people walking around Urban. Oh, that's the Urbans. That. I just feel that'd be shoes on the other foot. How does it feel? You know? The urban youth.
Yeah.
That would be a young group of the urban family. That's great. I
mean,
that.
It could exist.
That's great. That's fantastic.
They're getting a divorce. Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman just announced. They've been together for decades.
Yeah, but I mean, they all get divorced at some point. That's kind of part of the game, right? Is they all
I think about that though.
Divorced.
Well, yeah, but I guess for them they were together for so long. But you're getting divorced when you're 65. That's weird.
That's why a lot of these
you're just gonna be you just
together.
decided to be alone.
That's why a lot of these boomers have stayed together, though, is because they don't want to be alone, so they choose to just stay with who they're with. That's
what I'm saying.
It's there's a point of no return.
That's what I would assume a marriage would be.
So so in hindsight, there's probably parents that went through divorces when we were getting out of high school, and it's man, they've been waiting to do that for 10 years. They were just tick tock tick, and then because sometimes it happens quick, and you're whoa, that was kind of out of nowhere, and it's not for them. They've been waiting since you were 6. Shout out to my parents. They just did it when I was 5. They're let's make this super traumatic. Let's live next door to each other.
To me, it's weird because they adopted kids, and then they got a divorce, and it's come on, y'all.
That's the most asked question I used to get was hey, so why would they adopt all these kids if they were just gonna get divorced?
That's what I'm saying.
It's I don't know. I mean,
ask them. I know.
I mean,
I guess
great decision.
I guess you can't predict it, but you just think that the relationship between the people would be more stable if they were adopting than if they were having kids, which is weird to say because it's having kids is just as big of a fucking deal as adopting a kid.
Yeah,
and people get divorced all the time.
I try to think of I guess I always make light of it because it is such a weird situation that it's I can just poke fun of it. But when I think back to being adopted, that's my beginning of Resident Evil. And next thing you know, it's Raccoon City. There's zombies everywhere. That's the genesis for everything that is my life was being adopted.
Right.
that decision.
It's weird that people
This
put
podcast doesn't exist.
it's weird that you say you get asked that a lot, and I've thought about that, but it's just like the decision to adopt somehow we're putting on a higher pedestal than having a kid, which is to me
But what's even
at least
more,
the same.
but what's even more interesting is that's a question I used to get when I was younger. When I'm older, people don't really ask me that. They're just like, it's just like a question where they're like, well, they're people, and you're like, I get it. But yeah, I mean, I feel like whenever you're that famous, Nicole Kidman's been divorced before. She's not like on this J-Lo run, but you see a lot of people get divorced, especially when they're famous, because they're just like, oh, I can replace him. Like, look at Cher. Cher's
Oh yeah,
gonna
wasn't
marry
she?
some like 30-year-old.
She was with like Tom Cruise. I forgot about that. Right.
That was like the whole thing, like Eyes Wide Shut. They were like, they're acting together in this super awesome movie, which as time progresses is way more and more topical, which will make you think that Stanley Kubrick was murdered, as opposed there's a whole conspiracy about that around that movie. We could do a whole episode on that.
Some dude in my like fantasy football league tried to talk shit and like say like I was a part of like the Eyes Wide Shut community, and I was like,
Well, that's
yeah,
like some
dude.
Epstein,
I was like,
that's some
like,
Epstein shit. No, so I
yeah,
wouldn't say
I was like,
yes to
what?
that.
That's not even a fucking diss, bro. Like, cause I renamed my team the Conclave, and I had some like, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter.
That's absurd. Um, but yeah, that's some like, I mean, that's some like Epstein type level, Bohemian Grove type weird shit.
Except for I felt like they're all adults, like willing and Eyes
But I
Wide Shut.
mean, yeah, I mean, and that's a whole
It's more of
thing
like a kiddie
around.
party, you know. Everybody's just signed an NDA.
That's a whole swirling thing around Tom Cruise and Scientology. Is Scientology in some ways is responsible for their divorce. Like they were constantly trying to separate the two, like get Tom away from Nicole Kidman. So they would like audit, record his stuff, record her stuff, give like pass information and make it like super cringy. Like most of the people he dates and gets engaged to are like young up and comers within Scientology that they like procure for him. Super fucking weird. It's been like that since his divorce with Nicole
Katie
Kidman.
Holmes.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. I mean, like their secretive nature around their relationship, their divorce, all of that stuff. Like there's some pretty good documentaries on it, but Tom Cruise is definitely like super fucking crazy.
It's weird because it's like he gets a
real,
pass.
Most dangerous celebrity on the face of the planet is Tom Cruise because he has the army of Scientology behind him. They think he has superpowers. Like he is at the level, he's so beyond clear that he is considered to have like superpowers. It's the same with John Travolta. Is like I think John Travolta has the ability to heal. I think he heals people. He thinks he can heal people, or like that's like what his.
Well, George Santos as well. You forgot about him.
Dude, if George Santos goes,
he could definitely heal people.
If he gets into Scientology, I might just to.
If he gets into it,
just for the chance of like meeting him.
When? You mean
like
when?
Just like cross paths with him, be like, oh fuck. Yeah.
How is he already not recruited? I don't get it.
True. Have you watched any of that Diddy documentary?
I have. I watched the first episode, and then I turned on the second episode like a couple days later, and then I was like, dude, I don't want to go. Like, I mean, I'll finish it, but like at that moment, I was like, no. And then I put on Incredibles 2.
As somebody who loves conspiracies, true crime, and dives into that, I didn't learn anything I didn't already know. So when they're like, oh, with Kim, and he might have killed Biggie and made Biggie pay, that's like some of that stuff is already like borderline public knowledge. It's just all been compiled into one format. But yeah, I mean, Puff Daddy's a psycho, man. He's crazy.
I've been seeing a lot of like the people making fun of his like dance, like at Biggie's funeral, and then like
I remember that I was watching that, and I was like, I remember watching this on
so
TV
cringe.
and this being like
it's so cringe watching.
But that was a big moment. That was a really big.
No,
moment.
I know, but like, and then when he does like the Police song or whatever, Sting song.
I hate Sting. Can't stand Sting. And the Police.
Yeah, he's a prick.
He's just that good. Oh my god, get the fuck out of here. You're like
right,
2 packs away from sounding like RFK. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
And the tantric sex that he's into, but no, just that dance move. It's just like why did we think that? I was just like watching it today, like on an Instagram reel, and I'm just like, dude, like.
Just going in circles.
How cringe would it be backstage to be in the green room and he's like so confident, convinced this is gonna crush, and it did crush.
Of crushed.
People
Music
loved it.
video was huge. That was a big song for a very
But
long
it's
time.
like,
He rode that wave though. That's where you just see like an opportunist creating opportunities to further his opportunistic nature. It's pretty. It's interesting. There's so much more, but like a lot of it stems from like his parents. His parents used to do a lot of weird shit, have him into like weird swinger sex parties and stuff. So there's all this stuff where it's like he's always been a little bit fucking off and was raised in a pretty like off household. And they say that like, you know, his mom's still like a big proponent of a lot of this crazy shit. And also there's another conspiracy that that's not even his mom, that's his aunt, and his mom's dead, and that's his aunt. Dead ass. That is a whole like rabbit
I thought his
hole.
mom was like kind of like not famous, but like wasn't she like a model or like some shit? Like isn't like didn't like she
No, her
do
dad
shit?
was like a hustler type, and she was like life of the
Her dad or
party,
his
throwing
dad?
his dad throwing like house parties and stuff, like weird crazy parties. Like so she was famous in like the party circuit, and her husband was like a hustler ass type.
Uh,
So he like grew up idolizing that. So he was, that's what they say, is that he was just
but
envious of Biggie,
he also used to beat his
envious
mom. So
envious of Pac and the fact that they had this talent. But what's crazy is he was talented in being a promoter, ensembling music, producing stuff. There was a period of time. Obviously, he was a monster basically the whole time. But it's sad. It's sad in a lot of sense because, I mean, that dude was able to come from like living in the projects to becoming a multi-billionaire. And I mean, but the way in which he did it, he
the
didn't.
projects, he wasn't
Well,
in the projects.
no, I guess they weren't like in the worst neighborhood. But what's crazy is he was smart enough and talented enough to not have to go the route he did to be this successful, and he probably could have ended up being just as successful if he took care of the people around him instead of exploiting them and treating them horribly. He knows how far.
Right. But I mean that's like this is what I keep on saying to people. It's like the same reason why you hate some of these billionaires is the same reason why they're billionaires, you know? It's
True.
like these
Well, that's the
toxic
case.
traits.
That's the case that I make about Oprah all the time. Is the
No,
toxic traits
no.
are the toxic
I'm
traits
talking
are universal.
she's not even toxic.
As that we know, people used to think Ellen was nice.
No,
right?
I'm talking about like the actual assholes, like the PayPal mafia douchebags.
No, I know. I'm just saying, but I would
Not
like
America's sweetheart
what's-
Oprah.
So
Shout out, start paying your boys.
Good analogy is like Puffy was like a comet flying, and he found some big planets, and he had a good orbit, and like as like Biggie and that like with Bad Boy, like what he originally created, like he was orbiting around like a massive solar system he was building, but he just wanted to be the star of the solar system. That was his problem. Is like, and then what if you got rid of all of those things? That comet has no gravitational pull, just floats off through space and just does goofy shit. Like if it wasn't for honestly the sympathy that he garnered from the death of Biggie, and then Pac also being out of the picture as well, it allowed him to fill that void. And that sympathy vote is like why when he came back as P. Diddy and rebranded himself again, it's like, oh, Ben Stiller be in the music video. And he's like, oh, fuck yeah, because everybody just loved him because they identified with that like personal struggle, lost of a loved one. And he was kind of not viewed as being gangster. He was like the businessman trying to create opportunities for people that were. And in reality, he was doing like some really schemy, slimy shit. And like, you know, snatching up everybody's girl. That's what they always said. That's universal. And what you hear about him is that his way to get payback and to seek revenge on somebody is to go and snatch your girl at some point.
And
Because
they
like,
said in like that first episode there was some like hustler that used to hang out like at this club in Harlem, and he would like fuck somebody's girlfriend and film it, and then he'd like project it up on the wall, and Diddy saw that and thought that was cool, and then did that himself. It's like, dude, you guys are gross. That shit grossed me the fuck out.
so he grew up like idolizing those types of dudes because he thought his dad was that type of guy, and he thought that's the type of guy he needed to be to garner that level of respect in like the room. So it's fucked up. Like he grew up around so many bad examples that is the example that was set for him. And you take that combination with like him being a smart fucking guy, like it's best destined for destruction. And since he's willing to do anything, there's all sorts of rumors about him being used and abused Diddy Party style by like his predecessors, the people that groomed him to become who he was, gave him his opportunities, let him take Biggie.
Well, like the fools over at Uptown Records or something.
Yeah, what's his name?
Because it did seem weird, the relationship.
There's a guy I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now. He's huge media music mogul, and he was known for doing
Clive Davis.
Yeah, Clive Davis was known for taking advantage of people and having those types of relationships and giving opportunities tit for tat. And this is like an old school Mad Men era type dude who rose to fame and now is like controlling all these young black artists.
It's weird because Clive Davis also discovered Whitney Houston.
Yep.
And Whitney Houston died at the Beverly Hills Hotel, like right before the Grammys.
Yeah.
And I was like, just happened to fucking be there that week. And it was like, my brother's friend got like a room, and then I just like ended up like commandeering it. And I just like, yeah, so I have like, I don't know, this weird like side.
Yeah,
looked
but I mean,
into Clive Davis.
So there's there's accusations of like Clive Davis doing that to people. There's certain people that they've seen him and Puffy doing inappropriate things together, where Puffy is giving service to Mr. Clive Davis. This is back when he was younger, and that's how he like climbed the ladder extremely quickly within Atlantic Records. And then that's also why he was able to leave, take Biggie with him. They gave him Biggie, they gave him that album basically, and let him walk whenever he left, and gave him that opportunity.
He left Uptown Records.
Yeah, Uptown Records. I'm sorry, when he left Uptown Records, they let him walk with the album, do all of that, and then that became boom, 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 what it was. But he also grew up, he also like idolized, Heavy D and some of those guys who back in that era were like all about, like, it was just mass exploitation, treating people like shit and treating women horribly. And they were just like about that life all the time.
I'm surprised like shit doesn't come up on Snoop Dogg. Like he like did not treat women very well. He had like that fucking porn like that quick draw had at his house. We put it on. It was just grimy as fuck. Like how is he on every commercial?
I mean, talk about a rebrand. Like
seriously.
But, I mean, I think honestly though, he was in that era where like I was talking about it today, like Robert Downey Jr. Like Robert Downey Jr. got canceled when you were uncancelable. And Snoop Dogg in some ways was canceled before he was cancelable. But then there was that like grimy street culture. So it was like the representation. There's some people, it's like OJ, who thought Snoop Dogg was being railroaded in like those cases that he caught. And he came out making a rap song about it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Murder was the case.
Great song, but like he came out. So I think he's matured so much over time that it's
I agree that he has.
People
it's just
have
crazy that
not forgotten.
Somebody
about
hasn't
it.
come after him.
Yeah, but I think that enough people like there's been enough time that people have like forgotten about it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some good
people get me too. Like for shit that happened a long time ago.
True. I mean. He was tried, went to court. That was all drugged through the public. So, I mean, and then he kind of didn't go away. But then I do think all of this Puffy, Biggie, Tupac, the murders, it kind of like quelled the waters. You know what I'm saying? Like, it like that was such a big impact culturally that him and what he had going on didn't mean as much. That's also why Dr. Dre could disappear for a while and then come back with the Chronic 2000.
Oh, you forgot about Dre? You forgot about Dre?
Yeah, like right. They all like went and off and like discovered people or did other side hustles. Snoop got into like being a personality and was just like, I'm gonna lean into this Snoop Dogg.
He was
persona.
on the fucking Voice.
Well, now. I mean, but that's what.
I'm
but
just
then
saying,
it was like.
It's like.
But then he was doing all sorts of random shit. There was a period of time where he was doing all sorts of random voiceovers, and he like slowly integrated himself deeper and deeper into culture to where now he does like the voice. Obviously,
now he is the culture.
But no, I mean that didn't.
And he's like 50.
Is crazy, but it doesn't necessarily say anything that like you couldn't seek out already. Although the footage that he has is pretty epic.
It is crazy, and the fact that like 50 Cent just murked Diddy because Diddy asked him to go take him shopping and send him some flowers one time.
It goes back farther than that, but yes, that was weird. At that point, they already didn't like each other, but there was a period of time where he was like courting him to be a part of Bad Boy when he wasn't signed to anybody. And that's like originally where their beef kind of stems from, and it's always because he's like trying to take advantage of the motherfucker, and he's like, "No, dude."
Well, he wouldn't sign him though because he had the bulletproof vest on.
He didn't like the image
room.
Yeah, in the public image, but then in reality, he's like slapping people. But then what did he do to get back at 50? He started like smashing his baby moms and doing all sorts of weird Diddy party stuff with her and like parading her around in public. And that's like, so there's a lot of those things that like check the box. We're like, oh no, like that's totally his MO. And he's going to be out in like less than 2 years, man.
Can't wait for the fucking first song that comes out that people like.
He's
It's a
not,
bop.
and I tell people like, it's not like he's going to be broke.
No,
Like,
not even close.
Like he's not even close. He's just gonna leave the country. He's gonna go live in like Turks and Caicos.
I'm sure he's still getting some rock money.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's crazy. It's
Like,
fucking nuts.
He's worth so much money that it's.
I'm sure you could still buy Sean John at Target.
True. Didn't somebody buy out Sean? I think you just scrap it. Just get rid of it. Yeah, it's crazy. He's a fucked up individual. And you put a lot of the other stuff into context, and it's just like super fucked up. So when he was like, there's a video of him, this is multiple Halloweens ago, where he's dressed up as the Joker and nobody knew he was the Joker, like who it was. And he was just running around doing crazy shit to people. And it's just like, there's all these videos. And he started calling himself Brother Love and all sorts of goofy shit. Like, you didn't know about that? Like, by the time he was going to trial, he wasn't even going by Puffy or did. He's like, it's Brother Love. Like, that was his new thing. Yeah, fucking weirdo, dude. Fucking weirdo.
Well, didn't Snoop Dogg change his name to something like reggae?
Snoop Lion.
Snoop Lion, that's right.
I remember that. That was stupid as shit.
Hey.
But why not? One time I went and saw Damian Marley and the Wailers, Snoop Dogg, Pepper. It was Pepper opened, then Damian Marley and the Wailers with Snoop Dogg, and then it was 311. Smirnoff Center. It was sick. It was great.
Nice.
It was on.
I got kicked out of a 311 concert for smoking weed.
I didn't. I was 5.
No, I did.
Oh, that's lame.
I said I got kicked out of a 311 fucking concert for smoking weed. It's
I heard
insanity.
you just saying that's just like
it's insanity.
That doesn't make any sense.
Joke was on them. Best time of my life in the parking lot.
Weird. Okay. Normally reserved for like Fish concerts, Deadhead tours. Best time of my life is in the parking lot, dude. Did a couple whippets. Met this Wook chick, you know what I'm saying? We had some euros. I woke up in her hammock, man. It was the best night of my life, dude. Her name was like, Jade River, and I wonder where she is, man. She doesn't have a phone.
Just real quick, one of the hardest times I ever laughed was right there. It was like there's like a huge flights of stairs to get out of there, and I was at the bottom of it, and with the homie who also got kicked out with me, P Thorn, and this chick just busts through the doors and she's like, fuck you, and she starts going down the stairs and she's like wearing high heels and a skirt and it had been raining and she's like, fuck you, and this guy comes out after her like, baby, you know, like classic, like, yeah, and then she gets to the bottom and there's like a giant puddle and she slips and just like slams her ass in the puddle, like, and just starts crying, and oh man, I never laughed so hard.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that would be, yeah. He's like, babe, wait. She's like, Xander, I fell. It hurt. I think I broke my butt bone. It's your tailbone, babe. Why do you always have to correct me? Like,
these are the 311 concert goers?
Yeah, no, the 311 concert was chill. There was somebody there because I had some hand-rolled cigarettes, and I was in the middle, like in the pit, and then this dude just had a huge bottle of bourbon that he snuck in. And he was just like, here, man, let me take a couple puffs, take a couple swigs. And I was just like drinking this dude's hand.
I don't know if this is because I think 311 is from Texas. I'm not sure.
No, they're from Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay. Well, the 311's, the lead singer of 311's mom lives in Texas, and she was my sister's therapist.
Yeah, no, I met his brother, Nick Hexum. I met his brother at Skate Town.
Oh. Skate Town, shout out.
One time at Skate Town.
Our local roller rink that we used to pimp bitches
They're reopening that shit, dude.
Really? Good. There's one out here called Skating Plus.
There's so many people who like their first job was at Skate Town, and the stories are horror stories.
Maybe my first hand job.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. But I was trying.
Yeah.
6th grade.
Just like rolling around in a circle, like, come on.
Dude, I got banned so many times, like for skating too fast, or just acting trouble. Not banned, but like put in timeout.
Yeah, that place was fun but stupid as shit.
I'm just waiting for Savage Garden to come on so I can ask a girl to slow skate with me.
Like a chicka cherry cola. Australian.
Savage Garden.
Yeah, Savage Garden's Australian. Boom, dude.
Shout out.
Shout out, dude. I wanna stand with you on a mountain.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, we should go. We should add Australia and New Zealand into our Asia tour.
That was an interesting time in music. 80s is still my favorite, but that was a good time for pop music when like Savage Garden was big.
Late 90s.
Casey and JoJo was bumping all my life. Like pre Save the Last Dance, Casey and JoJo. Because most people know Crazy. Going crazy, 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 just a thinking about. That's from Save the Last Dance. Whenever white girls are like, I can date interracially and dance too. It's like you always could have done that. Sorry, you didn't need somebody to start that for you. But before that, they had hit songs before that, and then Crazy came out with on the soundtrack of that movie. And I remember that.
What was the girl's? What was the girl in Save the Last Dance?
Oh, what's her name? Oh, the moment I read it, she's in like 10 Things I Hate About You. Yeah, 2001 film. Julia Stiles. Yeah.
Who's worse? Kirsten Dunst or Julia Stiles?
Julia Stiles. Kirsten Dunst is
I don't
funny.
know, dude.
Nah, if there's a great movie, it's fantastic. It's a gem. Mockumentary, and it's called Drop Dead Gorgeous. And it's got Denise Richards. It's got her. Shout out R.I.P. Brittany Murphy is in that movie. Will Sasso is in that movie. The guy who does the really good Jesse Ventura voice, he's in that. That movie is fantastic. Kirsten Dunst in that movie like makes fun of herself. It's like it's too good. Kirstie Alley's in it. It's too good. That movie alone saves it because she tries to take herself serious, but at least she did like Spider-Man. She did fun shit. Julia Stiles, everything.
Like,
Julia Stiles,
like they act like that these girls are hot. I'm like, what are they?
I'm trying to get into Juilliard, but everybody hates me because my boyfriend's black. I gotta dance in the parking lot and like he's gonna teach me how to be hip hop, and that's how I'm gonna get into Juilliard.
Hip hop.
Well, he gets in a fight where he does something like he getting wrapped up in something stereotypical like black men would, and now he's getting arrested. Like it was a good, like it was just so over the top. Like it's okay, suburban white girl to like dance to hip hop and date black men. Like that's totally. I think there's a whole.
You should be down for that, right? Like
I think there's a whole generation of
they all
white
got a
girls.
hall pass.
There's got to be a whole generation of white girls that looked at black guys differently after Save the Last Dance came out.
Dude, there we go. Shout out for you.
They're like, I've never had a type until now. Like, and they're like, and I like to dance to rap.
Did you notice that in your own dating life?
That it, like there was an increase.
What they yeah.
Like a
you got a Julia Stiles bump.
There was like a bubble. There was the Julia Stiles Save the Last Bubble.
No, it's like a bump.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think I went to school with like two
You're like,
black.
oh, all of a sudden I got access here.
Like two black girls, like until maybe like 7th grade. So
yeah, I can only think of 2.
And those are like my homegirls and my sisters. So it was never gonna happen.
I know. I got 3.
No, okay, yeah. There is okay. I'm gonna count. I'm gonna literally count them on my hand. I'm not gonna say their names out loud.
I know. I was about to, and then I was like, I'll stop. Yeah, Joseph and I went to high school together. That's why we do.
I've got 5. I can name off quick succession 5.
Okay. Is my Nigerian princess in there?
Yeah. Yes. 2 run track, 1 sprinter, 1 distance, 1 played volleyball and basketball. Then there was your Nubian princess, and then one of them used to date one of our homeboys for a long time.
Shout out.
Yeah, I think you picked up on that. Therapy questions? Crazy, just a thinking about you, baby.
I'm more of like a Peaches and Cream 112 type of dude.
Crazy. I'm going crazy. Me too, but that was like that song, you know.
I'm more of
that
a
was
pretty
played at the school dance.
Guy.
You wanted to be slow dancing with your girl when Crazy by Casey and JoJo came on. Because there were so many ad-libs at the end that the echo and stuff. Crazy. Like at the end. So like the song was long enough to where it was like longer than your normal slow dance. So you got at least like an extra 45 seconds.
Oh, there we go. Therapy question number 1. Joseph, would you rather your handwriting change fonts each day or your voice change accents?
The most practical is your handwriting change fonts each day, because then like you can kind of duck and dodge that. Like it would be just wild to see what it looked like from day to day. But also
You
you
have
could
a
do
hard
stuff.
time though, like signing shit.
Yes and no, but you could that also could come to your advantage. You could become like a kidnapper and write letters, and they'd be like, "That's not his handwriting. Look at his handwriting today." Like they'd never be. You could get away
Oh,
with some more.
you want to become a kidnapper?
Just saying, it's possible. There's a lot of nefarious things
Get
you
the
could
fucking
do.
Amber Alert ready, dude.
Like have you ever seen the Jinx? If Robert Durst's handwriting changed every day, he never would have gotten caught. It wouldn't have
Or if he
mattered if he
just didn't
couldn't
do the
spell.
fucking jinx, if he didn't admit to
I
all the
think that
crimes
was,
on the
dude.
jinx,
You watched it. That was gonna happen. That was gonna. That guy was
just
gonna do
inevitable.
something. He was gonna do something. It was a ticking time bomb. We're lucky
That's
it
fair.
started out with one person in private. Like honestly, let's be.
Have you
real.
watched The Beast in Me?
Yes.
That's about Robert Durst, right?
Is it?
That's what I heard.
But Claire Danes?
Yeah,
I didn't even take it that way.
that's what I was told. I read an article before I even watched it.
I could see it kind of being loosely done that way, but also no, because like the Jinx, the way he's caught in the Jinx doesn't match up. Like you're changing like the main
Just telling you,
characters,
bro.
and Claire Danes just drives me fucking insane, dude.
Me too, dude.
Like I'm like you know what? She was great in My So-Called Life. So that's when Jared Leto was normal. They were both pretty good.
He was never normal, dude.
He was good in
How
My
dare
So-Called
you?
Life. He was good in My So-Called Life. That's just a shout out for the ladies because they disagree.
Not a friend of the pod.
But not now. Yeah, not since I don't know Morbius, Tron. I can think of Switchback. Good
Not
movie.
since Tron that just came out.
Exactly. I mean, it just keeps resetting. Like the clock resets. If it's like an 8-year half life on us hating
It's like a temporary like attorney for the United States.
It's like radiation. Like
They just fire him and they just put another one in there.
It's like the elephant's foot at Chernobyl. They're like, it's gonna be a long time before that radiation dies down. But if you keep throwing toxic waste on it, it just gets stronger. It's like, okay, times it by 2. We fucking hate this guy. But yeah, Claire Danes was decent in like My So-Called Life and stuff. And now that
What
I
about
think
Homeland?
about it, but now I think no, I can't stand her in Homeland. That's like the antithesis of her being terrible.
You mean her with a psychosis? You know what I mean?
She has it in everything, and in that,
I know.
that is like the most ridiculous storyline ever. Spoiler alert: if you haven't seen Homeland, get the fuck over it. This crazy bitch works in intelligence. Starts what? Fucking a terrorist. Falls.
No, I mean You're kind of fast forwarding. Like
She fucks a couple of people that are enemies of the state. And she's like, I don't know. I can't balance my meds. What am I going to do? And everyone's like, come on, you got to do it one more time. I'm like, she's the most like unstable person ever. The fact they let her walk around with a gun in that show. Like, even if she's still just an active agent in the field getting stuff done, she has no business having a firearm that entire time. And yeah, then like, what's even wilder than like what? The old dude gets like Hep C and is like living in some drug tower. Like, get out of here. Then she finds some dude she thinks is a terrorist who's like a teenager, and she starts smashing him. Like, what are we talking about? And then the old handler guy's just like, what have you done? What have you done this time? I'm like, I don't know. Fuck somebody she's not supposed to and not taking her meds today. Because you forgot to fill up the W, the T, and the F. So it's not my Sat Sun's coming up. You did those. So we just got to get through Friday. We got to get through today. Where is she? At the drug tower with the Hep C terrorist. What are we?
Hep C terrorist.
Bro, I can't with that. And then like, I can't stand it. So when I watched The Beast in Me with her, I was just like, this crazy bitch.
So should I say Julia, or what's her name? From Save the Last Dance?
Julia Stiles.
Julia Stiles, Kirsten Dunst, Claire Danes, Mary Fuck Kill.
Mary Kirsten Dunst.
Oh shit! Are you gonna fuck Claire Danes now after all of that?
No, Styles. I'm killing Claire Danes. Claire Danes'
Okay.
day's numbered. It's
Okay.
like it's coming. Season finale, Homeland. Enemy Within. It's fucking coming. And Jared, it'll be at the reunion of My So-Called Life. So Jared Leto's going to be there too. And you're both fucking going down. But Claire Danes is like that generation's Kristen Stewart from Twilight. Just like always like and making like constipated faces.
I
like,
thought Kristen Stewart was more like Grumpy Cat, just like the one emotion.
she's always your skin's so shiny.
She just had her
It's like
directorial debut
diamonds.
recently.
Yeah, the sun, it hurts me. Wolf boy, take off your shirt, put it back on. Why'd you imprint on my daughter? It's so like weird, dude. Like they're just they think that their faces make them good actors, and they just look like they're farting all the time, and it drives me crazy. I digress. Voice changing accents, that would be tight. That would be harder to pull off, but that would be cool as fuck.
Every day.
Every day, it'd be hard to keep a job. You'd have to be like an Uber driver or something. Like you'd have to come something where like you interact with people, so it wouldn't be like because you couldn't work at the same office. They'd be like, dude.
I mean, you could be a salesperson and then just like schedule it like whenever that like these are my British clients, these are my French clients. So whenever you have that accent back, you know, because there's only so many.
But even in the application process, you'd be like you'd have to do like both interviews in the same day, and hopefully
I'm bilingual, bilingual, bitch. I'm like multi-accental.
Hopefully, it's like a work from like remotely job, because I don't know. You'd be come back tomorrow for your second interviews. Are you sure we can't do that today? Can we? We can't do the second one.
You get into like some like Chinese accents or Japanese accents, then it starts feeling racist.
Yeah, that'd be wild too. You start. Yeah, I can't even imitate it. I mean, it would be.
Some African accents.
That would be good. See, that's not as bad because.
So speaking of African, like I told you, like all these coups. There was a fake coup recently, where like
I really would like this job. Please give it to me now. And the next day, you'd be like, I appreciate the job there. It's pretty nice. You know, I like my office. They'd be like, whoa, what the fuck? Like,
but no, that video though you said of like the corrupt, the African guy was like,
yeah,
there's corruption. It just popped in my feed.
Yeah, the African core stuff.
I don't know if it was. I don't know what it was. Dude. He's like
23 baby, 22 baby mother, a real bad man. Dude, that dude is like sitting in this interview like this, like in a suit, real fucking fantastic. If there is corruption and I am not involved, it must be stopped. But if there is corruption and I am involved,
I stand by it.
I defend it.
I defend it.
I defend it. That's like so great. There's another one where he's like, what does he say? Could you, it's this woman, she's like, do you think you could ever be with a woman who makes more money than you? And this guy's like, I could never do such a thing. Like his reaction is so fucking unhinged and wild. African core is.
For the ladies out there, I could definitely do that.
Is so wild. Or like there's that one interview, and now the guy's famous. It's super like it's funny. The clip is hilarious, but it's this guy. It's in Nigeria, and he's interviewing a gay right activist. He's a trans male, and he's interviewing them, and he gives them this long introduction, like I am here with Mr. Julian Benzema, and like goes through this whole spiel explaining who they are. Super shitty to them, and is like, shall I call you Mr. Julian Benzema? And he's like, how are you? It's like, great. Why are you gay? Like right off.
Oh no, dude. Okay, bro. I went to Joshua Tree with the homies for a weekend, about all musicians, right? And that clip came out that weekend. It was also right around the same time the Hawk Tuah shit happened, and yeah, the whole fucking trip. Why are you gay?
So that interviewer now has like a social media following, and that's like a whole like joke now. Like it's this whole like thing. I mean, Nigeria is like obviously super fucked up when it comes to human rights, especially for like
easy. It's a democracy.
The LGBTQ plus community, but man, that clip is wild, and that's like that's old school African gore. But those are the dictator guys. They're like cartoon characters. They're so out there, but I would rather have the changing handwriting, because I could pull that off and live a day-to-day life. If I had to change accents all the time, it'd just be too much. It would catch up with me.
Well, you're always like talking about parlaying it. You're like changing your font. You could be a kidnapper. Changing your accent, you could be an actor.
True, but then like what for how long?
I'm just doing 1 day shoots, bitch.
Like I
You better
like
hit it
we
while
need
hit it
we
while
need to
while
do
the
as
iron's
much as
hot.
we can now because today it's British, but tomorrow it could be French, it could be anything, and so we need to like really wrap this up. I'm on a 15-day cycle. The next one comes up in 15 days. We're gonna shut down the studio for 2.5 weeks. Like, right? That'd be crazy. You couldn't do it.
I mean,
Somebody would have to be in on
if
it.
you're that good,
Or you could do a radio. You could be a radio host. That could be good. You could parlay it into some radio gig.
what the fuck is radio?
Mm-hmm.
You mean a podcast host?
Or just be like, yeah, I guess.
Therapy question number 2. Would you rather float away when embarrassed or turn bright blue?
Float away. Because at least you're floating away. So then you would go from being embarrassed and people like they'd be stunned. They'd be like, "Oh shit, this dude can fly!" Like it would completely flip. Like that would be such a game changer in that situation. Like why wouldn't I want to? Turning blue would just make it worse. Then you'd be like, "This motherfucker turned blue." Like that'd be even worse. It would just compound.
Well, what if you're like embarrassed because you like pissed your pants and then now you're floating away with pee pants?
Then at least I'm floating away and I'm not just
Well,
hanging out.
and
Turning blue with the stained fucking khakis with stain defender, so it's running out. It's not even absorbing in the khaki. These are waterproof ass pants. They're just dripping down on the floor. Fuck that. I'd much rather be flying away. At least I'd be dripping little sprinkles on people that laughed at me. I'd be like, bye. Like, fuck you, dude.
I have like in my dream.
Terrible example. Flying away when you pee your pants or standing in the room and just turning a different color. That would be horrifying. You just get bluer and bluer. You'd be more embarrassed. Then you'd be embarrassed.
Yeah, it'd be like a vicious cycle.
You're turning violet. Violet, like it would be some Willy Wonka type shit.
Some Willy Wonka shit. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That'd be a nightmare.
In my dreams though, like whenever I can fly in my dreams, it's only like floating. And it's like hard to control. It happens. I can never just fly like a G, or I mean, maybe very rarely. So I kind of have an antithesis towards floating away. But no, I'm fine with the floating. I guess turning bright blue is crazy.
There's times where I fly in my dreams and I can control it, but it doesn't last very long.
Right.
And then there's other times where it's like I'm like gliding, or like long bounding where it's like I'm flying but I'm not, so it's like I'm trying to fly but I'm just jumping extremely long distances like the Hulk or some shit, and that I'm like this is tight, I'll stay, that's fine. But the moment I realize, like I said, when I'm dreaming, the moment I realize I'm in a dream and I can control it, I can do whatever I want, the clock's ticking. The moment I realize that, that's when my dream starts wrapping up. It's like, oh no, it's too much power.
95% of my dreams, I'm like, nowadays, I'm like at like a weird like compound that's kind of like dorms, and there's like a school element to it, and then like all like my friends and girls are there, and there's like partying, but then also we have to like get shit done.
Oh yeah, that always happens.
Like it happens every night nowadays. And I'm just like always caught in the middle of that somehow.
There's some research that's been done where it's like your body stops making as many memories as you get older because it feels like it's wasting energy. So your brain stops pressing record as often, and your brain presses record the most in those times. So that's why, because I have dreams where it's like the hallways. So it's like the junior high, but it's like almost to a T, but it always takes place in the hallways. It's always in passing period, stairwells, or like in the long hallways. Never really make it to class, never really get anything. It's like always in passing period. So I'll see people we grew up with, friends, you sometimes, I'm sure, like, and it's always like in passing, like we're like when we used to just bullshit around. That's one location. Another location is around our hometown. And this is where it's weird, is because it's like there's a part where like there wouldn't be a neighborhood. There's a neighborhood. So if I'm in my dream and we're going to go party at your house, right? You live in this make-believe neighborhood. It's never at your house. It's always at another house that's your house. So I'm never like inside your house. If
My burner house.
yeah, but it's like everybody's. So when I could be doing that and like see people driving by, see people riding their bike, or I'll go by, I'll see it'll be a blend now where there's people from. This is like crazy. There was one dream where I was driving by, was moving into a new house, and there was like like a pickup basketball game. You were playing in it, and like a bunch of other people, and then people from like my life now, and people that like I work with or work for me or whatever, were like all playing basketball together, like you knew each other. We're like, go play, and I was like, I got shit to do, so I didn't. But it was weird. Like I have those, but that basketball court doesn't exist, but it takes place in a neighborhood like that I know how to get to it. It's like it only exists in my dream. In my dreams. It's super crazy. And then I have this big compound hotel thing that's super weird. Where like the backside of it's like all bungalows that are always open. So it's like if you're in your room and you walk out, you're on this like almost what are they called? Like the barrios. It's like, you know, like in Venezuela, it's like where shit's stacked on top of each other. It's like all these little patios on like
I think
it
barrios is like neighborhood, right?
maybe, but I'm talking about like the ones that are outside in like the barrios, which is like in Venezuela, I think, that are like where Chavez came out of some soccer players. It's like outside of what's the capital of Venezuela, and it's like
Caracas.
shanty towns stacked on top of each other. It's like
That's a guess.
super densely populated and extremely dangerous. It looks like that, but it's like I don't know how to like, and I always end up there for some reason. It's weird.
I had it right, Caracas. Oh shit, dog. There was a point I could name every single country in Africa and where it was located. But that was like a 2 week period of my life when I was in physical geography.
Okay.
Therapy question number 3. Would you rather your shoelaces tie themselves or your clothes fold themselves?
Clothes fold themselves. What are we talking about? Shoes tie
Yeah, I
themselves?
agree.
That's lazy as shit. Like, do you want that? Just like get some Velcro,
Well, there's
dog.
just more clothes, right?
Yeah, that takes like a huge chunk of my wasted time out of my day and folding and putting up clothes that just fold themselves. That sounds fantastic. That's like that's the type of shit that people build robots for.
I'm still waiting on the robot, by the way,
Whenever
kid.
they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do this robot and it'll do your chores for you." There's like 4 or 5 things they name off, and it's like the dishes, taking out the trash, taking care of your lawn, folding your laundry. Like if they don't like, it's not like, you know, they're like, oh, like, you know, getting rid of the popcorn ceiling in the guest bedroom. They're not getting that specific. It's like it's gonna do your laundry. It's gonna take out your trash and do your dishes. Fuck yeah, give me folded laundry all day. All I'd be running a hustle, dude. Because I'd just be like, yeah, like I'd be coming up. And how do they know that they're my clothes or not? If I wash it, I could be running like a laundry out of here, dude. Just pick up your clothes, a couple
How
hours.
do they know if it's your clothes? The
Yeah.
robot?
Well, not the robot, just in general. If my clothes fold themselves, these are my clothes for the day. I'm
I
washing
see.
these hoes. Boom. If I can figure out, I'm always looking for an angle, baby. I'm trying to open up a laundromat and a
I am
robot
too. I am
laundromat.
too, but like
That's a
money
lick,
laundry or
bro.
money laundromat. That's what I'm trying to get. Allegedly.
It'd be easy, especially if you were able to automate a laundromat and have a robot fold clothes for you. It's already such a low overhead like gig. I mean, you know, you can sell detergent, overprice it. Most people bring their own. Most people are going to bring their own stuff. It's
I
just
think
their
you have to
clothes.
be like Korean or Vietnamese though to have a
No,
dry
I mean, you have to
cleaners.
have there is a licensing involved with the chemicals, but overall, I mean, it's a low overhead. That's why people use that, like those car washes as places to launder money. It's low overhead. You can funnel money through it.
No, it's just because you could just say like 1,000 people came in here. We
No, yeah,
used
no,
all
no,
the
yeah,
yeah.
they're easy to
Uh,
use for laundering money.
my financial accounting professor had a side gig and he had car washes in like Nevada, and he was telling us that so like when you go to like a drive-through car wash, like it's like $9, $10, $12, and like the more you pay, like the more shit that they give you. He did the math and realized that it was cheaper to give you all the shit no matter which one you picked. So he still gave you the options, but if you picked the lowest one, you were still getting everything from the highest one because it was just easier to just do it all the same. And that was the secret he told us.
Hmm.
So it's like, yeah. So if he figured that out, I wonder if it's all of them.
They might. They might. That's funny.
And then another drive-through car wash. We had the manager's code at the drive-through car wash in high school.
Yeah, I think is it the one
Yeah,
off 26?
I forget where it was.
Yeah, it was
But
off
then you could just
26.
type
So
in this code and get a free car wash. And then the homie who was like a year older, Reese, had like a van, like a minivan with a sliding door. So we would like smoke weed during the car wash.
yeah.
And then whenever the air vents came on, we'd open the side door and then all the air would blow through, blow out all the weed smoke. And we just did that all the time, dude. Like I'm surprised that place stayed in business.
I think it's like a wine world now. I've actually driven by it recently. I know exactly which one you're talking about. 'Cause it was kind of over by like the area over by Krispy Kreme. So it wasn't too far from the Krispy Kreme in the stadium, but it was off 26 over there. It's still there, but I think now it's like a wine world. And I think that that's just like gone. Like I think the car wash part of it's gone.
Can
But
you
I've been
imagine,
like,
bro? Can
but
you
I'm like, I
imagine
used to
starting
have,
that and then like that code got out and then like you just got fucked, but you didn't like realize it till like 6 months later or something?
yeah, I don't know how I got the code. Somebody told me the code and I was like,
Yeah.
like, let's go. In suburbia, you're always looking for a spot. Always, because there's nowhere. That's like they're like,
Oh,
buy
in
it in your car.
Texas,
It's like
yeah.
car's the safest spot. What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? And it wasn't, but it was.
I mean, kind of. Sometimes depends.
I mean, when I was walking around Lake Grapevine, and you're like dressed like you're about to go to a house party, and people are like running. They're like, "What are you doing out here?" You're like, "Hey," like it's pretty obvious what you're doing out on the trails. You couldn't like pretend like, "Oh no, I'm just out here hanging out," like just being me and my guy friend. Like, like that didn't go over very well. And I had people like, "What are you doing out here?" Like, just thinking.
You been hanging out with a lot of guy friends out on the trails, Joseph? Or
When I was younger,
oh, okay.
younger in the days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Therapy question. Final therapy question. Therapy question number 4. Would you rather be able to taste emotions or hear flavors?
If you could taste emotions, that would actually be pretty powerful, like your own emotions, because then you would actually know how you were feeling. It'd be harder to deny. So it'd be harder to suppress your emotions if you could taste them. So if you were like jealous and envious of something, that would have a specific taste, and like you
Okay,
would
well,
know.
I rely on suppressing my emotions, dog.
Exactly. So that's why this would be good for someone like you, because then you
I
wouldn't
don't.
be able
What do you-
to.
I said
Then you couldn't
rely.
fight it.
Rely.
I know. And
As in use that as a cope.
well, now you can stop using crutches and learn how to walk there, Forrest Gump. Run like a real boy. But no, I do think it'd be much more powerful. Hearing flavors would be weird. I don't even know what that would be like, what they'd sound like. That's
What would
almost creepy.
spicy sound like?
I have no idea. I mean, what would it depend on the type of spice? Would Thai spicy taste different than Mexican? So it would just be like.
Does it taste different?
So
That's what I thought.
So whatever it was, it would be like it would. The sounds that you
Depends
would hear.
how refined your palate is.
The sounds you would hear would probably be some sort of racist stereotype. Just saying. They'd
Says
be in
who?
there. Says how you'd be like.
So you're eating a burrito, all of a sudden it's like a fucking mariachi band? Is what you're trying to say?
Maybe you're hearing flavors. You're hearing that Mexican flavor, baby. You never know. I'm just saying, like it would borderline on that. Like,
What if it wasn't? What if it was the opposite? It was
how
like
would it
confusing.
identify? How would it tell you what it is? Unless each type of ingredient has a certain sound, and then it makes like a music or a flavor. So like,
I mean, let's ask chat.
if you could hear flavors, would the sounds you hear be considered racist? Because I feel like they would be. You'd be eating like Asian food and it might be playing Asian music, and that'd be like, might make some people uncomfortable.
All right, so
Here are 4 equally correct, equally stupid, equally profound answers. Choose your burrito, Sona. 1. the literal sound. A burrito would sound like a bass-boosted zipper because it's basically a sleeping bag full of hot emotions. 2, the musical sound. Genre, Latin trap mixed with mariachi horns. Tempo, regrettably confident. Key, whatever key your stomach gurgles in. Signature sound, a trumpet that's too horny for its own good. Think, ba-da-da! The emotional sound. A burrito sounds like someone whispering, "You don't need to fix your life today, just hold me," followed immediately by your intestines whispering, "But you will pay for this later." 4, the metaphysical sound. If you compress warmth, chaos, ambition, salsa, and a prayer into a tortilla, you get a sound wave that goes, oh God, why did I get extra beans? If you want, I can give you a full audio SFX description, like for a sound designer, a song lyric version, a scientific explanation that's 100% fake but sounds real, or what different types of burritos sound like: California, mission style, breakfast, etc. What's your preferred burrito sound universe?
Dude, my chat is. I mean, I'm very proud of it, to be honest, because it's like curated, you know. Like what what did it say? A trumpet that's too horny for its own good.
See, but I was
Like
right.
that's not normal unless it's like I've been working with chat for a while.
I was right.
You were right.
Yeah, it would be some sort of stereotype. So a stereotypical like mariachi Latin trap, like that's come on. That'd be
But
like that'd be like your Hispanic friend being like, "Oh, do you want to hear some of my music?" And you're like, "Oh, what is it? Latin trap with mariachi horn?" Like, sorry, that's just the official song of burritos. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what, dude? You would.
I mean, you weren't wrong.
Because it would be regional music. It'd be based off of the regions the food came from. So it's
You
not
would
like
think.
it'd be.
You would think.
Yeah, so exactly. So it wouldn't be purposefully.
It's not a stereotype.
Then ask it, what would what would black or what would the music be, or what would urban black street food sound like? I bet you'd be like, it'd be.
You mean soul food?
Yeah, what would the music? It's either gonna be like Marvin Gaye type shit, or it's gonna be like it would be heavy bass and snare with gunshots in the background.
Gunshots in the background is what you think.
Well, no, I was just being hyperbolic. It is curated for you, though. It's an Antifa curated AI. So. Is it? Yeah, I bet. Huggie GPT. Is this happening right now? Because if I was wrong, you would say nope, but you can't
I'm
even.
just letting it load.
Soul food wouldn't just sound, it would groove. Here are the layers of the soul food symphony. Number 1, the fried chicken section. Crisp skin, its hi-hats made of sunshine. Grease popping calls snare rolls with attitude. Bite crunch calls a perfectly timed rim shot. Overall vibe, pop. Oh Lord, have mercy. Number 2, the mac and cheese section. This is a slow, thick, buttery bass, like someone playing a tuba underwater in hot Velveeta. A tone that says, comfort is coming. Number 3, the candied yams. High, sweet, soulful notes that glisten like brown sugar under an oven light. Think, do-do. A melody so sweet it immediately puts your blood sugar in a chokehold.
Jesus Christ.
You're gonna lose that foot, dude.
That hug the main melody from behind. It hums, not sings. Moist cornbread equals gospel chords. Dry cornbread equals AM radio static from 1974. Number 5, the collard
like
greens.
some old school
They sound like a
groovy
tiny
love
choir
shit.
in your left ear, all doing
Marvin
runs for
Gaye
no
type
reason.
shit.
Ooh, yeah, praise it. There's always one alto trying to outshine everybody. 6, peach cobbler, a warm, soulful riff that hits your chest like a grandma hug. Ooh, chile ding. The ding is the oven, which is also God. The full
Which is
mix.
also God.
Jesus
A soul band
Christ.
from Atlanta, a gospel choir from Mississippi, and a funk bassist who's late on rent. Now feed all of them until they need a nap. That's soul food. If you want, I can break down regional soul food sound profiles, Memphis versus New Orleans versus Carolina, or describe what a full soul food plate would sound like as a song.
What do you think about this rap name? What's up, Mr. Goody Two Shoes, aka Fat GPT. PH.
Well, that's pretty good.
You want to take a break? Before we get into articles, I just have to pee.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back here in a second, y'all. Here.
Record. Recording in progress.
And we're back for the topics.
I gotta do my round of applause for that. So crazy shit. This is from the AP. Trump says the U.S. has seized an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela. This was updated at 9:45 p.m. It was written by Amir Madani. Oh my gosh, Joshua Goodman, Regina Garcia Cano, and Konstantin Toropin. That's a kick-ass name. Washington. President Donald Trump said Wednesday that the United States has seized an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela as tensions mount with the government of President Nicolas Maduro. The U.S. using forces to take control of a merchant ship is incredibly unusual and marks the Trump administration's latest push to increase pressure on Maduro, who has been charged with narco-terrorism in the United States. The U.S. has built up the largest military presence in the region in decades and launched a series of deadly strikes on alleged drug smuggling boats in the Caribbean Sea and Eastern Pacific Ocean. The campaign is facing growing scrutiny from Congress. We've just seized a tanker off the coast of Venezuela. A large tanker, very large. We've just seized a tanker off the coast of Venezuela. A large tanker, very large. One of the largest ever seized, actually, Trump told reporters at the White House. Later adding, it was seized for a very good reason. Trump did not offer additional details when asked what would happen to the oil aboard the tanker. Trump said, well, we'll keep it, I guess. The seizure was led by the U.S. Coast Guard and supported by the Navy, according to the U.S. official, who was not authorized to comment publicly but spoke under the condition of anonymity. The official added that it was conducted under U.S. law enforcement authority. Storming the oil tanker. Coast Guard members were taken to the oil tanker by helicopter from an aircraft off the USS Gerald R. Ford. The official said the Ford is in the Caribbean Sea after arriving last month in a show of major force joining a fleet of other warships. Video posted by Attorney General Pam Bondi shows people fast roping from one of the helicopters involved in the operation as it hovers just feet above the deck. Coast Guard members can be later seen on video moving throughout the superstructure of the ship with their weapons drawn. Pam Bondi wrote that for multiple years, the tanker has been sanctioned by the U.S. due to its involvement in an illicit oil shipping network supporting foreign terrorist organizations. Venezuelan government said in a statement that the seizure constitutes a blatant theft and an act of international piracy. Under these circumstances, the true reasons for the prolonged aggression against Venezuela have finally been revealed. It has always been about our natural resources, our oil, our energy, the resources that belong exclusively to the Venezuelan people, the statement said. What do you think so far?
If you can seize like the largest boat ever, why can't you go get these little dinghies that you're blowing up? Why do you need to blow them up? You can just seize tankers like this.
That's wild. Just like snatching a tanker off the Venezuelan coast.
Yeah, dude, we're going to war with Venezuela. The United States is going to war with Venezuela. Like, I mean, it's been clear for fucking months now. Like, unbelievable shit, dude. I thought he was the president who ends wars. He just got the fucking goofy ass peace prize from FIFA. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, this shows that their whole cover story about it being interdirecting drugs is a big lie. This is Senator Chris Von Hollen, a Democrat of Maryland. This is just one big piece of evidence that it's really about regime change by force, which is what America
100%.
Which is what America is great at. Regime
No one-
change by no, we're so great. We have
And
such a
this
great
is not
track
going to work
record of
out.
it.
This is not going to work out because, like, okay, so Maduro stole the fucking election, right? Well, and Maria Machado won the Nobel Peace Prize. The person who actually was supposed to win, but she had to go into hiding. So, like, her deputy actually won the election, right? Um, uh, Maduro has like created like he's got the military on his side. So like even if you get Maduro to go, it's not like these dudes in the military are gonna just like let like Maria Machado come in and just take over. Like it's gonna be a fucking insurgency, like Iraq. Like the country's just as big as like Iraq. It's like twice the size of California. Like this dude, I just can't believe he got talked into this. Like it's fucking crazy. Like this is going to like, and the thing is like First of all, did you see Jesse Waters called Stephen Miller a sexual matador? Um, Stephen Miller wants this to happen because when you're in war, then you can just like crack down at home, like hit like martial law type shit, like rules. And so that's why they want to like domestically, shit's not going well. He's calling affordability a fucking hoax. This is a nice distraction. That like I just, it's just like, haven't we seen this over and over and over? And like his one selling point was like he's the president who ends wars, not starts them. And here we fucking go, dude. And then like they just came out with the national security strategy, the NSS, which comes out once every 4 years for the United States, and in it, it's just basically like called like the Monroe Doctrine, where it's like we're just running shit in the West Hemisphere, go fuck yourself. But the Monroe Doctrine was like, hey, Europe, don't come over here, we won't go over there. But then he's just like, go fuck yourself, Europe. We're gonna do whatever the fuck we want, but you don't just like we're gonna run the Western Hemisphere. Shit is stupid, dude. Shit is stupid. This is
Yeah,
gonna be really bad and really expensive.
yeah,
And you thought like the 6 million Venezuelans like already like fled the fucking country. It's like you think that this is gonna go well.
yeah.
You don't think we're gonna get more
We've
people?
killed at least 87 people in 22 known strikes since early September, including the follow-up strike. He was asked about why haven't they released the video of the second hit today. Someone asked
Yeah,
him, and
they're
about
so
like,
quick to
hey,
release all these
oh
videos.
no, he like it was crazy. They're doing. He just had a meeting. He's sitting there answering questions. A reporter from CNN asks him a question like, why haven't they released the video yet? He instantly starts attacking her because she's with CNN, yada
No,
yada.
it was ABC. It was ABC.
Was it ABC, or he's like, you must be CNN? No, there was one today where he's like, are you CNN? You must be CNN. You're an arm of the Democratic Party because you work for them. And he was like, that's it. He was like, we're done.
But no, there was this one.
He kicked everybody
reporter.
out. He kicked everybody out of all the press cameras right after she asked that question. He was like, all right, we're done. Best have a good day.
That's how you know it's a war crime.
Yeah,
it's like it's like every time he's in trouble. Yeah, exactly. And it's no, he like, but the reason why I said ABC was because an ABC reporter asked him initially if he was going to release the video, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll fucking release it." And then like they didn't release it, and then same reporter asked him, he goes, "I didn't say I would release it. You said that." ABC News, fake news. He's like, "You're a terrible reporter," and it's like, "Bitch," it's like, dude, you said you would. Like, I mean, it's just crazy, like the shit that we're listening. And then he's like solved 8 wars. None of them have been solved, dude. Like fucking Cambodia or like Thailand just bombed Cambodia. Um, like the Congo and Rwanda, like they're going after like at each other, like this like group called like M23 was like the main actors, like they weren't even a part of the peace deal. Like it's like Azerbaijan and Armenia. It's like, okay, it's because Armenia lost. Like like these fucking like Ukraine's not solved. 100 violations of the ceasefire in Gaza, dude. Already like hundreds of people killed since the fucking ceasefire. None of these fucking wars are solved. He's not a, and then now he's gonna start a war.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole thing's stupid, and that's just escalating. I think they're waiting. They're wanting Venezuela to do something so they can justify putting boots on the ground. They're gonna send troops.
They're like they're
Venezuela.
trying to like they're trying to get pretext like to go do it, and it's just unbelievable that we're just like watching this fucking slow motion like catastrophe. It's gonna be a fucking catastrophe. He thinks it's gonna be easy, just like the hubris they thought Iraq would be easy. It's like the same fucking thing. It's the same thing, dude. And like if you even like what they're saying is the same. Like they're like every one of those boats is a weapon of mass destruction. Every time a kilo of drugs comes into our country, it's a they're calling it weapons of mass destruction, dude.
Yeah, I mean the whole thing's fucking stupid. But
Yeah.
then in turn, we just also pardoned a known narco trafficker from Honduras.
Responsible of bringing like hundreds of tons of cocaine into the government, except for he's boys with like fucking Matt Gates and I forget somebody else in fucking Florida, and yeah, and they just like what like bought some Melania coin and then just like got the fuck out. Dude was sentenced to 45 years in fucking prison, dude. And his brother's in there. His brother's in prison, who's not getting out apparently. But his brother stamped his initials on cocaine and brought it into the United States. Sucks, dude. Where are we gonna get cocaine?
I mean, I don't really have that problem. So I'm not hurting. Article number 2 from the BBC. I just thought this was funny. This came out 12 hours ago. Rubio orders return of New Times Roman font over wasteful Calibri, is that how you pronounce it? I never knew how to pronounce
I
it.
always went with Calibri.
Calibri. All right, Calibri. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has ordered diplomats to return to using New Time Roman's font instead of Calibri, reversing
Calibri.
Calibri,
I
reversing a
don't know if that's how you
change.
say it. That's
No,
just
I
how I
don't
said
think
it in my
I'll
head.
reversing a change made under the Biden administration. Rubio's predecessor, Anthony Blinken, had adopted the Calibri in 2003, saying it was more accessible for people with visual disabilities, but Rubio said it was a wasteful diversity move and that New Times Roman was more formal and professional. The change goes into effect December 10th and apply to both external and internal documents. Lucas de Groot, the Dutch designer who created the Calibri typeface, told BBC that the change was both sad and hilarious. Calibri was designed to facilitate reading on modern computer screens, and it was chosen to replace Times New Roman, the typeface that Rubio wants to go back to now, de Groot said. A State Department spokesperson told the BBC the change of the New Times Roman aligns with Donald Trump's mission to help present a unified professional voice in all communications, aligning the State Department's practice with the standard this standard ensures our communication reflects the same dignity, consistency, and formality expected in government correspondence. The New Times
So
Roman.
stupid, dude. And I bet this is gonna cost money to change.
Yeah.
Like when they changed the Department of Defense to the Department of War, cost the military $2 billion to just do the name change. You have to like update. Think about like all the shit you have to update that has like the letter heading and like the signage and like the branding of Department of Defense. $2 billion, dude. Like this guy just fucking spends money like it's nothing. Affordability is a hoax, though.
And his orders, New Times Roman is a serif font, which means it has small lines that stem from the ends of the letters. Courts, legislatures, and other agencies typically use the more formal appearing font. Calibri is a sans serif font. Without those lines, it is considered easier to read on screens, especially for those with vision or reading impairments. In his order on Tuesday requiring diplomats to return to Times New Roman, Rubio called Blinken's decision to use Calibri a wasteful diversity initiative, according to an internal department cable seen by Reuters. The Trump administration has made several changes to how the government works in the last 11 months, aiming to eliminate diversity and equity and inclusion initiatives. Most recently, the Trump administration announced it would drop Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday and Juneteenth, two federal holidays honoring Black history, as free admission days to national parks. Instead, they will be given free entry on President Trump's birthday, which coincides with Flag Day.
I heard about that. And that was my dog dreaming right there. If you heard a weird sound in the background.
Dude, that's so stupid. We're changing the font back to
and
Times New Roman.
And we're giving free days at the national park on Trump's birthday, dude. Did you also see that he like renamed the Institute of Peace? That first of all he doged and is just like an empty fucking building now, and then called it the Donald Trump Institute of Peace. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Dude sucks.
He's gonna commission a statue of himself somewhere.
Well, he is trying to commission it's the Trump Day Arc, which is like or Arc Day Trump, and it's like a statue, but it's like an arc. So it's like like the Washington Monument. It's not like an actual statue of Washington. It's like that type of shit, but it's not like tall. It's like wide. It's like France has one or something, and he saw it there.
Oh yeah, the big
arch
thing. Yeah, that arc thing that they have. Yeah, but also he would totally do what's it called? Mount Rushmore if he could, and would.
Oh, for sure, dude.
He's crazy, dude. This shit's so wild. And Marco Rubio is such a tool. To change the font back is corny. That's corny as fuck. And you know what's even wilder about the Trump's birthday? He made Juneteenth a national holiday. Donald Trump made Juneteenth a national holiday back when he was trying to pretend like he didn't hate black people. He made it a national holiday. Donald Trump did that.
Well, dude, he fucking does all
And now
sorts of
he's but
stupid shit.
now he's making it the holiday that he created and made a federal holiday. Now he's taking away free park entry on the day that he created. That's wild.
Dude, he's the one who fucking banned like us the sending chips to China, started a trade war, got his ass kicked by China. Now we're giving China the second most advanced chips in the world in exchange for like them to buy fucking soybeans that they were already buying before all of this. It's like he does this shit all the time. He called like he redid NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement, in his first term.
Yeah.
Called it like the America is like what is it called, like it's like AMCA. It's like American Mexico Canada Agreement. It's called it the best fucking deal ever. Came back in office and was like, "Who the fuck signed this?" It was like, "You signed it, you idiot! You're the one who fucking did it." Said it was the best trade deal of all time, and then you just slap tariffs on him. It's like he sucks.
Yeah. Article number 3: death cap mushrooms. What? This is from NPR KERA, brought to you by viewers like you. This is from December 10th. It's by Rachel Trustman. And then what to know about death cap mushrooms blamed for poisonings in California. Apparently, you motherfuckers dying eating mushrooms. California authorities have been warning people not to eat foraged mushrooms for the time being after nearly 24 people were sickened, including one fatally, by the highly poisonous mushrooms known as death caps. California Department of Public Health said in its advisory that there have been 21 confirmed cases of toxic mushrooms poisoning, which is likely from consumption of the death caps between mid-November to last Friday. Toxins from the mushrooms killed one adult and caused severe liver damage in kids and adults. Several patients required intensive care, with at least one potentially needing a liver transplant. Jesus. Officials said there have been significant clusters of cases reported in Monterey, San Francisco, and the Bay Areas, but warning a risk nationwide. Because of the death cap can be easily been mistaken for edible safe mushrooms, we advise the public not to forage for wild mushrooms at all during this high-risk season. Death caps are known to grow in many parts of California, fueled by the fall and rainwater and winter rain. Usually in rainy season, they are created particularly favorable growing conditions for the mushrooms. This was the case in 2016 when there were 14 cases of death cap poisoning. All of the individuals survived, but 3 required liver transplants, and 1 child had permanent neurological impairment. If you are picking up fucking mushrooms out of the woods and eating them, you're crazy. If you're not unsurvivable,
I always get worried that my dog's gonna eat one of these.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like dogs know better than us. Honestly, dogs are like, no, what the fuck is that? And they're like, oh, let me eat
I know,
that.
but my dog would eat some crazy shit.
Originated in
Like a syringe.
Eurasia, but are found in many other places. North America, Australia. They were implicated in a high-profile mass murder case earlier this year, which is true. A woman poisoned,
Yeah, we covered that.
Yeah, poisoned her husband with death cap. They said there have been
No, like her whole family.
Says they have been an invisible murder weapon for millennia, blamed them on the death of Roman Emperor Claudius in 54 AD and Holy Roman Emperor Charles VI in 1740. They are thought to have arrived in Central California by the 30s by accident. They were imported on European oaks that were taken across the state.
Wait, back up. There was a Roman emperor in 1740.
No, it is Holy Roman Emperor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
And then what does it say? It's intriguing because from one place it's spreading in another. No, lame. What makes them poisonous? They're similar in appearance and taste to other edible varieties like puffballs, especially when they're young in their young button stage. They're typically medium. They grow about 6 inches across and 6 inches tall with a greenish gray cap, and is initially dome shaped, but then flattens out over time. They have white gills and white ring around the stem and are a large white sac at the base of the stem. They taste quite nice. No hint that it is poisonous in any way. After eating half a cap, it could be enough to kill a person. The mortality rate after ingestion reaches as high as 50%. They're poison. The mushroom poisoning heart attacks. There could be up to 10,000 illnesses and 100 deaths worldwide per year from people eating this mushroom. Quit picking up mushrooms in the woods and eating them, unless you know what they are.
Unless they're growing out of cow shit, then go for it.
Yeah, if they're gonna send you to the moon, it's one thing. If we're gonna
Full
send you
send.
to the transplant wing, I'm gonna pick these mushrooms in the fucking woods by my house and feed them to my kids.
Wild.
I bet you their kids
Mushrooms.
aren't kids probably aren't vaxxed either. It's not safe. Let's eat these mushrooms I found behind the barn.
Well, you said they got liver transplants. That new thing about the hepatitis B vaccine. That's like what happens. It fucks your liver up. So you might not be wrong here.
I was right about the racist music. This is pretty nuts. Like, I get it. I know people like do this. They forage for stuff. I digress. I'm kidding. But also, like, don't be fucking stupid, man. Like, if I knew that there was something that could kill me, that looks exactly like something else that couldn't kill me, and I wouldn't touch it. Let's go pick some puffballs. Oh, sorry, wrong mushrooms. They're death caps. In any scenario, I'm not fucking around with that. That's like saying, hey, pick up that gun and pull the trigger. It might be loaded. What? No, I'm good. Thank you. Why not? Because I don't want to. It could be, and that's the problem. That could be a death cap. Let's pick it anyways. Because you'd have to know what those are to be out there foraging in the fucking first place. Unless you're just picking wild shit and that's really dumb. Like you said, unless it's out of like cow poop or some shit like that, you know it's going to be some trippy ones. And even then, you could like look up a picture. No one took a picture of it. Hey, what is this? There's apps so you can literally take a picture of a plant or a weed and it'll tell you what the fuck it is.
Yeah, but be careful though. I saw this video. This guy, he was just weighing random shit, but he would ask ChatGPT how much it weighed before, and he was like from the Middle East, and he's like, how much gram? How much gram? And then like ChatGPT like just kept getting it wrong, and he's like, no, he's like, I'm worried. I was like, you're worried that it can't figure out how many grams your pot is or whatever the fuck he had. And so I'm just saying, like, like I find like Google still better than,
No, but there's yeah, absolutely. But then I would just Google a picture. You could take a picture of it.
right. Like you
dump
do,
it
because you
into
do
the
like
finder.
pill identifier, on Google.
Yeah. Like, no.
You probably do mushroom identifier.
Yeah, I bet you there's every type of thing identifier. And one of them would say like, hey, if you pick the wrong one, you could lose your liver. Like, that's just so risky. And so,
I mean, I've always known that mushrooms are sketchy, like from a kid.
Yes, dude, they grow off of dead shit. What are you talking about? Stuff decays and they appear.
And I think we had like an article about mushrooms being conscious and like having they talk to each other and shit.
Yeah, like things die and they appear. They're like the maggots.
See, out here, it's like it rains and then mushrooms just start popping up in your lawn.
Well, yeah, that happens out here. Normally, that's because there's stuff breaking down. They appear. They thrive off of decaying matter, so they're functioning because there's something breaking down there. So if you have like a big mulch pile like I did, yeah, it would rain. There'd be thousands of them that would pop up out of that because it's breaking down. It's like there's something that's biodegradable that exists in there, and that's what it's feeding off of, is that output. That's how they come. Same with like cow shit. It's like something that is organic material that is breaking down. The mushrooms appear. Strictly what it is, and the conditions have to be just right. Obviously,
that's where fungus comes from.
Yeah, mold is another form of fungus that is breaking down something. Like, so black
mold was like a bacteria.
Well, I mean, kind of. I mean, it still has spores, so it has spores just like
True.
like cordyceps and stuff like that. But they can't really live inside the human body or which is crazy. So cordyceps are
get the fuck out of here with the cordyceps.
They're the fungus that zombifies
I know, but
ants and shit.
I know, but We talked about it before. It's
I
just too
know.
creepy. It's
Well,
too creepy.
refresher.
I don't want to give a
Our
refresher.
body temperature, our sitting body temperature heat is like less than 10 degrees too hot for them to thrive in our body. That's why cordyceps can't take over us. Is our internal body temperature kills them. That's the only thing that keeps that shit from taking over. Taking over. Some The Last of Us zombies type shit. It's literally, if there was a way it could jump, that would be like the worst thing that could fucking happen to the human.
If it was 108.6 degrees.
No, I think it's somewhere around like 80 something.
Oh, that's be
It's
less.
like,
We're 10 degrees too hot.
yeah, our core temperature is too warm for it to
so
survive.
88.6 degrees. We're fucked.
Yeah, if we were in the high 80s, we'd be screwed. But we're in the normally.
I mean, that's like the daddy long legs are like the most poisonous spider, but their mouth's too small to like hit us.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
That's weird to think.
And they're creepy. I'm glad they can't, because they look weird. They look like aliens, dude. They look like something out of like War of the Worlds or something like that.
But then they also look the same as mosquito eaters.
Yes, I know, because they like to
I don't
hang out
trust
by the
mosquito
water
eaters.
and on the water, and they like bob. There's spots in Austin that you could find like a pack of like 500 daddy long legs, like sitting, and it was like creepy looking, dude. And they would like all bob, so it would look like something was moving on top of the water that was moving separate. It would like fuck with your brain. It would make you be like, nah, I don't fuck with daddy long legs at all.
Okay, let's keep it moving before we lose audience.
What do you mean?
They don't want to hear about mushrooms taking over your body and daddy long legs. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe they do. They should be afraid. This is
Well, that's what my point is.
good.
They are afraid.
They're good. They should be. This is real life. Final article. Trump.
No cap. No death cap.
Yeah, no death cap, dude. No death cap. All funky. Trump ramps up the anti-immigrant rhetoric, embraces shithole countries phrase again. This was pretty wild. He said a couple crazy things, but Donald Trump ramped up his anti-immigrant rhetoric in a speech on Tuesday night, repeatedly attacking Democratic Representative Ilham Omar and complaining about immigration outside of Europe. Let's have a few from Denmark. Do you mind sending us a few people? Send us some nice people. Do you mind? But we always take people from Somalia, places that are a disaster, right? Filthy, dirty, disgusting, ridden with crime. The only thing they're good at is going after ships, Trump said as he addressed supporters in
then recruit
Pennsylvania.
them, bro. Then recruit them.
The speech was billed as an event to sell his economic agenda, but quickly devolved into a campaign-style speech filled with derogatory insults. He specifically took Layman Omar, a Somalian American who represents Minnesota. He appeared to purposefully mispronounce her name and referred to her Omar's hijab as a turban. I love her. She comes in, does nothing but bitch. She's always she's always complaining. She comes from a country where, I mean, it's considered one of the worst worst countries in the world. It's considered about the worst country in the world, right? She should get the hell out. Throw her out. Throw her the hell out, Trump said. His supporters then launched into send her back chants about the congresswoman who's an American citizen. She responded with comments. He said that she married her brother. He was saying all sorts of crazy shit. Trump's obsession with me is beyond weird. He needs serious help. Since he has no economic policies to tout, he's resorting to regurgitating bigoted lies instead. He continues to be a national embarrassment. Trump on Tuesday also recalled a 2018 meeting in which he told a group of senators behind closed doors that the U.S. shouldn't accept immigrants from shithole countries like Haiti. When it was reported at the time, Trump himself flatly denied using the expletive. Never said anything derogatory about Haitians other than Haiti is obviously a very poor, troubled country.
What about that they eat dogs?
ABC reported that in 2018, the meeting with the senator, Trump expressed frustration over the visa lottery program and asked those in the room why they would want people from Haiti, Africa, and other shithole countries coming to the United States. In his denial then, Trump accused Democrats in the meeting of making up comments attributed to him and that he should probably record future meetings. Notably, the president back then did not deny. He suggested that America shouldn't admit more immigrants from places didn't deny that he suggested that they should admit more people from places like Norway, comments that were confirmed by multiple sources with direct knowledge to these conversations. I didn't say shithole. You did. Trump quipped. Remember,
Of course.
I said that to the senators. They came in, the Democrats. They wanted to be bipartisan.
No
so
shithole.
they came
You're the
in-
shithole.
So they came in. They said, "This is totally off record. Nothing mentioned here. We want to be honest because our country was going to hell." And we had a meeting, and I would say, "It is the way." Why is it we only take people from shithole countries? Why can't we take people from nowhere? Sweden, just a few. Let's have a few from Denmark. Do you mind sending us a few people? Dude, like he's and then he said something about black people. He was like, "Blacks, my blacks." I had the largest black turnout in American history, not true. And he's like, because the blacks knew they were being scammed, and black if anybody knows when they're being scammed, it's black people.
He's
Either
like,
you're
trust
saying
trust
that-
me, I tried to scam him many times.
Either
many
you're
times.
either
got
you're
sued
saying
for
that,
it.
that we're easily scammed or that we're scamming people. Like I don't get it. Is like my
That's
blacks.
like when he was with Erdogan from Turkey, and he was talking about how his election was stolen. He's like, this guy knows a lot about stealing elections.
Yeah, he's like, this guy does.
It was like, fuck, bro. How do you just catch a stray like that?
He's like, I thought we were
The
friends.
blacks know a lot about scamming.
Dude, that's crazy.
That is
Blacks know
wild.
about being scammed, and then just saying the shithole country's disgusting, filthy, crime-ridden.
Dude,
like,
my hairstylist growing up her name was Sunny. She was from Somalia. She was the shit. Like, come on, man.
yeah, he's going into like just like crazy racist.
Okay, Louisville seeing
grandpa
sub-zero
mode.
wind chills as we move towards Sunday. Here in New York City,
Crazy
feeling
It
like
is-
the
it is
teens as
wild.
we
It
wake
is
up to
wild,
start Friday morning in New
It's-
York. So it gets a whole.
It's like out of control. Like he's.
I know,
literally,
and then
like,
we
the
and then we
racist
expect this
grandpa at
dude
the
to
barbecue.
like conduct a war in Venezuela properly. Get the fuck out of here.
He's just gonna be saying racist shit the whole entire time we're at war.
I know. Speaking of like burrito mariachi songs, like that's coming.
Yeah. Oh,
When he had Hakeem Jeffries in the sombrero,
does he
was
make
gonna
it? Does he make it the other 3 years, man?
I don't see how it's sustainable. But I mean, here we
for
are.
an-
Here we are 10 years later from him coming down the fucking escalator.
Well, yeah, but I mean, at least before he would like. Now he's like, it's just wild. It's always been wild, but it's reached such a point now that it's just.
It's
it's-
wild AF. It's wild
it's-
AF now.
It's exhausting. It's not even like depressing anymore. It's just like. You just shake my head at it. It's like what they said, like what the
Well,
guy
to
said.
me, it's
the
like
Grot
to-
said about the New Times Roman. He's like, it's sad and it's hilarious. He's like that.
But the thing is, it's like I have a feeling that we're in the calm before the storm, dude. And like this is it's gonna go from like what the fuck to holy fuck.
you think?
Yeah. Because the crimes are being committed, dude, and these guys they can't get out of power, or otherwise they're fucked. They're gonna get backed into a corner, dude. And when you back these fools in a corner, like that's when shit's gonna go off the rails. And if we go to war in Venezuela, it's going to be a problem.
Do you think? What if Trump resigns and then just pardons everybody on his way out? He's gonna pardon everybody on his way out, regardless.
True, I know.
Stephen Miller, they're all gonna get pardons. Christy,
know. I'm just saying. You're just assuming he's on his way out. We've never had a president like joke around about a third term, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
but I don't think he
he
can
didn't
pull-
try to leave. He tried not to leave the first time.
Yeah, but I don't think that I don't think physically he'd be able to do a third term. I don't think he'd
No
be
shit,
able to.
no shit. But like he doesn't. When does that ever
He's
stop?
got a
him?
weekend at Bernie's him like they did Biden. Weekend at Biden's.
They already are kind of.
Yeah, he sits in all of his press conferences now. He doesn't really stand at all.
Fucking falling asleep all the time.
He's like dragging his foot constantly and all
Yeah.
that weird shit.
Yeah, dude. He's like how Hitler would like get injections of like speed in the morning and then heroin at night so he could sleep. Like we're like seconds
Dude, those
away from that.
videos of him at like the Olympics when he's just like rocking.
Yeah, dude. Like we're right there, bro.
This dude is tweaking hard, bro.
Think about like that kind of speed. That's the kind of speed I want to try.
The Nazi speed.
The Hitler injected speed, pure.
I don't know about that, dude. You don't come back from that.
That's how Stalingrad.
You might
was such a
write Donald Trump's second favorite book.
Well, they were all on speed in Stalingrad. Like they put it in chocolate, and then they told them all to eat it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
right before. Yeah.
Well, that's the whole thing about. They used to give like naval officers.
Kamikazes.
Well, they used to give like we had the equivalent of that, which was basically like speed.
Oh, they still do give it to them. And then in the first Trump term, they had a crazy amount of people in the White House were getting prescriptions for the speed that they give the fucking naval pilots. And then also on Xanax. So they're like, it was the same fucking thing, the same combo. I get the combo. Get up, and then you got to like crash for like 3 days to take the
Like
Xanax.
Speedballs, dude. Jesus Christ.
But you don't take it at the same time. Like one just counteracting the other.
That's insane.
I know.
What else do you got for us, sir? That's all I got.
Meditate, bitches.
Make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe. As always, we appreciate y'all checking us out. Share us, whatever. We really appreciate y'all just doing it. 204. Next will be 205. We're fucking crushing it. We're creeping up on 4 years worth of podcast material if you break it out week by week. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, just make sure y'all keep checking us out. Be good. Stay out of trouble. And as always, go fuck yourself.
Shout out.
Recording stopped.